Libra, welcome to your mid-September 2022 general love reading. This is your girl Mermaid Scales Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me here. This is a general love reading for the Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and or any other strong placement for the sign of Libra. This will not resonate with every Libra that watches this message, and because this reading is general, not every single message may be for you, so please only take what resonates and leave what doesn't for someone else who needs to hear that message. And if this reading is not for you at all, Libra, I highly suggest checking out your other signs in different placements. Hi, cross watchers. You're very welcome here if you're interested in a Libra. Who wouldn't be? I like to remind Libra and cross watchers that energy is fluid. And this simply means you may feel like I'm describing a certain situation in the reading where you feel the roles are flipped or reversed, and that's completely okay. You're more than welcome to use your own discretion to flip those roles if that resonates with your specific situation the best. Alright, so let's go ahead and get this reading started. I'm first going to use my sound bowl to clear and set the energy, so if you are listening to this using headphones or the volume is kind of loud right now, I do suggest turning it down a little bit just for this part because I don't want your ears to hurt. So let's get this started. Alright, so let's go ahead and see what's happening for my Libras in love and romance. What does Libra need to hear about their love life? Libra Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, anyone dealing with the Libra? What is going on here? What is the energy surrounding Libra at this time? Different pages. Okay, this is an honest reading, Libra. So let's get right on into it. And it says, you and this person don't share the same vision. And I think you guys have like sneaking suspicions about it, but something recently has made it very clear to you that you and this person are pretty opposite, that you guys don't want the same things in love and romance that you thought you did at the very start of this. I almost feel like someone kind of deceived you too, Libra, and making you think that this was something more than it was, or even if this person's lying to you and acting like they don't care, but deep down they want more out of this, but they don't know if they're ready for a commitment. They don't know if they're ready to, make the moves that they need to make, that you've been waiting for them to make. How long are you going to wait for this? This energy I'm picking up, I pick up on your frustration a lot in this situation right now. It's just one thing after another. There's always an excuse with this person. And I feel the truth is going to be revealed that honestly, you two just don't want the same things. And they weren't brave enough to tell you that. They weren't courageous enough to tell you that. They kept you stringing along because they wanted you there. They like your energy. They're attracted to you. But yeah, I think you guys are just going to come to the conclusion, or already coming to the conclusion, that there's two different things that you guys need and want out of this. And I even wonder, some of you, again, maybe you're finding yourself in this situation where they're telling you they're going to change. I mean, this is confirmation from Spirit. If you've been wondering about that I think it's going to remain the same. I feel like you guys are opposites in a lot of ways, whether one of you is an introvert, one of you is an extrovert, whether one of you, likes to do different things than the other person does. You're into different types of music, different types of movies. There's just too much that is different, which at first maybe intrigued you, but now it's kind of boring you even. Someone's getting bored of this situation. The letter D is sticking out to me, as in Daniel, as in Danielle. First, middle, last initial can mean something to someone. Okay, well, let's pick up more on this energy here and see what they want to tell you, but they haven't told you. Maybe they're too scared to tell you, or they just feel like it's not the right time to reveal it. What do they want to tell Libra right now, Spirit? I'm more affected than you know. Interesting. So I think you guys recently put an end to something. Maybe at the beginning of September. Maybe just a couple weeks ago, a couple days ago even. there is something that you kind of come to the conclusion that it's not going to work because you guys are so different, or because you guys have different ideas about this connection. They had a different idea about you that you had to tell them that's not the case, or whatever it is. I do feel a breakup. And Libra, they're pretty affected by it. That's why they're coming in this reading here, is because they're still energetically very attached to you. But I don't feel like they're showing it to you. I feel like they're just moving on. They haven't engaged in conversation with you, but they still think about you. They still wonder what things could have happened if they made different choices, if they were more active in this situation. I just feel like you felt like not only did they not do enough, but it was just repetitive, the same old shit over and over and over again. And you're moving on to something new. You want to begin a new chapter in your life. You don't want to stay on the same page flipping back and forth again. But I do feel this person's still stuck in the past with you, Libra. And you've really affected them. This connection has affected them, has made them look at a lot of things within themselves. But will it stick? That's the question here. I just saw a baseball cap that someone could frequently wear. Even when they work out. I'm seeing a gym. Maybe you guys met at a gym, you live by a gym, someone works out or has been working out a little bit more lately. Interesting. So maybe someone's even wearing gym clothes right now, but let's get to the tarot. With the tarot, I'm going to ask, how do they feel about you? What do they think about you? What do they like about you? What do they not like about you? What do they like about the connection that they have with you currently, and what do they not like about it? And what are their highest hopes and deepest fears in regards to this connection with you, Libra? So first I'm going to get all the cards out and then I'll show them to you. Interesting. It's like right when you walk away, that's when they want to change their mind. Interesting. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be sarcastic, but I feel I literally am picking up on the frustration with this, Libra. Yeah. Okay. So bottom of the deck, we have the Ten of Cups. This is Pisces energy. You could be dealing with a Pisces. You could have Pisces in your chart. It does not have to be the case in order for this reading to resonate. I feel this is what you want, Libra. Someone that, yeah, is loyal, stable, reliable, but can emotionally fulfill you. That can give you everything that you want the way you want to give them everything they want. You guys want it to be an equal measure of emotional balance, of emotional availability. Some of you guys really are looking for something serious here. To find someone where you may not get married tomorrow, but you can start building that foundation of having a long-term commitment that will give you that happiness, that will give you that fulfillment. And I feel for some of you guys, not all, but for some, it's like, when is my story going to come about where I have that significant other that I can show off on social media, that I can post about, that I will feel just as happy with forever, not just temporarily. They're not going to run away when things get too deep, or they're not going to discard me when they're done with me. A lot of you are looking for that soulmate. And I feel for some of you, you really thought you found it with this person. And maybe they sold you the idea of the Ten of Cups. But literally you came to find out that's not what they wanted in the first place. For some of you, you may have even found out that they're married or have children that you weren't aware of. Not a lot of you, but for some of you. Or that they're already in a relationship. And that got kind of slippery from then on out, right? Someone could be wearing their hair in a braid right now, or braids their hair quite frequently. But yeah, I think this is what really disappointed someone. And I don't know what they were thinking, Libra. If they were in a relationship or married, they really thought that eventually they'd leave their person for you, but you don't play like that. That's not how you roll. That's not how you want to be. You don't want to be the side piece, the side chick, the side man, the mister, the mistress. That's not That's not who you are, and that's not what you want to be a part of. As I said that, my flame literally went out right here in this candle to the side. You can't see it, but I had to pause the video to respark it. So yeah, it's like the flame died, the passion died once you kind of realized you guys didn't want the same things, or that they were, in a way, you felt like you were played by them, you were fooled by them. And that 10 of Cups is just not something you can have with this person now that you know. So let's go ahead and get into this. How they feel about you is the Knight of Pentacles, Virgo energy. They feel this is somewhat salvageable. They feel like they still want to, when the time's right, bring an offer here to you to fix things. Can this be fixed though? But for others of you, I do feel like something within this connection, what you've kind of shown to them by your disengagement, has really pointed to what they need to work on. How they need to grow up, maybe how they need to just be better overall. And that's what's kind of affected them, Libra. And if the issue is that they're moving too slow, they feel comfortable moving slow. They don't want to rush into anything. They don't want to get into a commitment. They don't want to get married. They don't want to have kids, or whatever that long-term goal of yours is. And so they feel comfortable being in their own box, in their own zone, at their own pace. But that's fine. It's just not meant for me, right? And I think that's kind of what you guys discovered there with the different pages as well. But I do feel, even if you're over it, Libra, they're absolutely not. And they still think about this, still think how they can work on this, because they feel like there's still something they can do to save this. As delusional as that may seem for some of you guys. I'm seeing a car selfie that they may have sent you recently, or even just, I don't know, bored one day. They sent you one while they were waiting for whatever in their car, or driving. And I feel if this is you, Libra, you're very cautious around this person now. You have halted all of your actions, your engagement, because you see that there's nothing more to provide in this. There's nothing more to gain out of this. But they feel like they can still fix this. But they also feel like, damn, there's so much more I could do in this. There's so much more I could look at myself and see about this situation. They're doing a lot of reflection because of you, Libra. And maybe that's just what the purpose of this connection was to awaken someone to the lower vibration that they were living in. It was through you that they now see a different way. But what they think about this connection with you is the Ace of Wands. Fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. So first of all, yeah, they're very attracted to you physically. They find you very sexy, very hot. Those are the adjectives they use when they talk about you with their friends, family members, whatever. And they're still very passionately motivated, maybe even for some of you sexually motivated at this. And they're looking to respark the flame that went out between the two of you. They think they have to do that. But the way they're going about it is not the way that's making you feel satisfied. Again, with like selfies they're sending you, with, you know, the flirty text messages they've been sending you to avoid the topic of conversation you really need to have with them. I'm seeing like a winking emoji. Stuff like that. It's like they think that's the way this is going to be handled and healed, when they really should take the Knight of Pentacles approach of actually showing you through their actions that there's something that could be gained through this, that, you know, buying you dinner or wanting to come over and see you and talk things out and be mature about it. They think it's better to go about this flirtatious way to salvage this. And I think that's also a defense mechanism, Libra, because they don't want to show you how affected they are by this. But I don't know, maybe some of you guys posted a picture recently, a selfie and they were really inspired by that to start to engage in this again or to try to go for this again. They just think you're incredibly sexy, but there's more that you want out of this than just a sexual attraction. What they like the most about you is the Five of Pentacles. This is an interesting placement, Taurus energy. Yeah, I just feel like you're showing them you're not going to tolerate their behavior, or you're not going to be open to compromising things that you know is not going to work for you. And with this Five of Pentacles, you really are making them hungry for you. You're making them miss you. You are kind of ignoring them in a way that's intriguing them. If you haven't replied to them, haven't called them back. But they know you're doing this out of your self-empowerment and out of your integrity, and it does impress them in a way with the Five of Pentacles. I wonder if someone thinks that you may be financially, or were in the past financially dependent on this person, or they would always splurge on you, give you, gifts in some way, or offer to pay for your things. But again, it felt more superficial than actually something that benefited you in the long run. And maybe they use gifts or use dates as a way to kind of smokescreen and avoid the real situation, the real problems that were actually occurring in this. But with the Five of Pentacles now, Libra, you've moved on and you've kind of given them the cold shoulder. And they're impressed by that. Maybe because in the past they dealt with people that would beg for them, that would chase them, that would hope for them, but you're not doing that. And it showed how grown you really are. Like I almost feel like there doesn't have to be an age difference between the two of you, but there's an issue of maturity. And they view you to be way more mature than your age maybe would insist. What they don't like about you is the Three of Cups. Cancer energy. So I do feel like for some of you guys, you've been going out more with your friends. You've been single and ready to mingle. Maybe you've posted going to parties, going to events, going to concerts, going to bars, and you're looking good doing so. And it bothers them because they want to be there with you. They don't want you to start thinking of other options. Now, for some of you, where there was a third-party situation involved, they're upset you didn't want to play that role of waiting until they broke up with their person or to be that side piece. Excuse me, but no, that's, I just feel the shock of that even, that they would think that that would be something you'd be down with. I also wonder if some of you have started to show interest in another person and they found out somehow through your friends, through your posts. And with this Three of Cups here, maybe you even told them that you'd rather be friends and that really pissed them off. What they like the most about this connection is the Ace of Pentacles. Now there's two aces here. Your birthday could be October 1st, October 11th, maybe September 21st for some of you guys. But they did see potential in this. And I think whether they were planning eventually on moving on this, taking the opportunity that presented itself when you were there, when you were loyal, when you were giving in it, they saw that this meant something very real for them. But they just didn't know how to act. They didn't know how to treat it. They didn't know how to plant that seed and nourish it until it grew. Again, for some of you guys, someone gave gifts. Maybe you did, maybe they did, maybe both of you did. But maybe like giving gifts was like a love language to someone. And it worked for a while, but it kind of got old. But I do feel with this Ace of Pentacles here, if they were debating about like when they would break up with their person or be strictly committed in general, they would with you, but not anytime soon. And that's where maybe the different pages come in. You guys were in different timelines of when you imagined this, of when you wanted this. Someone could wear a gold pendant necklace that they always wear. Maybe it was given to them by a parent, a grandparent. But yeah, I do feel, Libra, that you were a rock in some way, where you maybe weren't aware of all the information, of all anything behind the scenes. You were loyal, you were trustworthy. Too bad that you felt like they didn't take you that seriously in the time that they did have you. What they don't like about this connection is the High Priestess. Pisces energy, Cancer energy for me as a reader. You've gone silent. You've gone silent, Libra. And I also feel a little bit coldness from this. Maybe, I don't know, the weather's starting to change, it's starting to get cold. Someone turned the air conditioner on or something like that, but they feel the cold shoulder. And, you know, with the Five of Pentacles, they're impressed by it, but I think you've been, for however long this has gone on for, usually by this time around, you would have started the conversation again. You would have reached out by now, and you still haven't. But there are secrets in this, Libra. I feel that very strongly, and maybe this is what you didn't like about the connection, was all the secrets, all the shadiness, everything that you had to find out by your own research, then hearing it from their mouth. And I think the vibes started to feel off, Libra. And once the vibes started to feel off, you were kind of signing out of this. Just the energy didn't feel right about it after a while. And again, if it was hot and heavy at one point, it's kind of gone stale and cold. And they're finding it very, very hard to read you right now, Libra. They're trying to analyze your text messages, analyze your social media posts, and it's hard to figure out if you're doing this to get back at them or to get some sort of attention from them, or if you really are just brushing your hands off of this and not giving them the time of day again. But they get it, Libra. They sense the coldness. Someone could be wearing navy blue right now. Or maybe the last time you saw them, someone could have been wearing navy. Dark blue, maybe. But yeah, they don't like the silence that's been going on for this long. They thought you would have come around by now. Highest hopes is the Two of Swords. Libra energy. Some of you could possibly be dealing with another Libra or someone with Libra in their chart, but they want to come out of this blockage with you. They sense that you've been, guarded at the very least, have been kind of avoiding them, have been ignoring them, and they're hoping they could get that unblocked. Others of you, I wonder if they're waiting for you to make a choice right now with the Two of Swords, and that you'll make the right choice. Despite your doubts and your hesitations, they're hoping that the spark can happen again with the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles. They're hoping, despite your doubts about them, you could trust them again, very interestingly enough, whether that's realistic or not. And there's 2 2s here. Some of you could be seeing 222, or your birthday's October 2nd, October 12th, September 22nd. Someone could also be bilingual too. Just a confirmation for someone out there. But they're hoping to come out of this no communication, silent era that you guys have been in for maybe even a couple weeks. Longer than that, maybe, I don't know. But they want to talk it out. Because again, they still feel like they have a solution to all of this with the Knight of Pentacles. But the deepest fears is the Eight of Cups. Pisces energy. That you've really moved on. Emotionally, you're not engaged in this the way you were before. Emotionally, you see that there's nothing here to fulfill you. And once you recognize that, you took the first steps in walking away. And they're afraid that you're not coming back. They're afraid that it will continue to be this distance between the two of you, no matter how long they wait. You left and you're gone. That's what they're really afraid of. And it's going to be different this time. You're not coming back. You're not going to send that message. You're not budging. They're afraid of that for sure, Libra. All right, Libra, to see the likely outcome of this situation, what is likely to unfold, anything else you need to know about your love life in this situation, we're going to go ahead and take this to Vimeo for the extended reading. I'm going to overturn this card here to show you the likely outcome of this situation. I'm also going to pull oracle cards as well to dive deeper into this connection and situation. If you still have unanswered questions about all this, I hope I can answer them for you within these oracle cards. So if you'd like to join me for the extended reading, open up the description box and you'll find the link to Vimeo, which will take you to the extended reading. But if this is where we depart, Libra, I really hope that this reading has resonated with you, has given you clarity, insight, healing, and guidance in regards to whatever is going on in your love life. And if it has, please let me know. Drop a comment below, hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe. I love you, Libra, very much, and I'll see you next time. Take care, Libra.